The Adventures of Senan and the Fey Princess. Once upon a time, in a quaint village surrounded by towering woods, lived a curious boy named Senan. His dad was a naval officer, known for his bravery on both sea and land, and his skill as an engineer who could solve the toughest problems. His mom was the heart of the family, a stunning, wise, and caring woman who dedicated herself to the growth and happiness of her children. She was devoted to ensuring that Senan and his younger brothers, Dehan and Lazan, grew up to be kind, responsible, and strong. One sunny afternoon, while exploring the edges of the forest near his village, Senan stumbled upon a girl unlike any he had ever seen. Her hair shimmered like moonlight, her eyes sparkled like the stars, and she wore a dress made of delicate flower petals. She was the Fey princess, Celestia, who had secretly slipped into the human world out of sheer curiosity. Senan, who had inherited his dad's bravery and his mom's kindness, quickly befriended Celestia. They laughed and played, shared stories, and explored the forest together. But as the sun dipped below the horizon, Celestia's eyes grew worried. "I must return to my world," she whispered. "The portal closes at dusk." Senan, intrigued by the stories of the Fey world, begged to join her. Reluctantly, Celestia agreed, and they stepped through a hidden portal between two ancient oaks. They arrived in the Fey world, a land of vibrant colors, singing rivers, and magical creatures. However, as soon as they crossed over, the portal vanished. Senan was trapped. Despite this, Senan found the Fey world enchanting. He befriended mischievous pixies, danced with glowing sprites, and even rode on the back of a talking owl. Celestia showed him wonders beyond his wildest dreams, but she was determined to find a way to return him home. Their adventure took them through the crystal caverns, where they outwitted a greedy troll, across the rainbow bridge guarded by a wise old dragon, and into the heart of the enchanted forest, where the ancient Fey Queen ruled. The Fey Queen, with eyes that saw all, knew of Senan's plight. She explained that only a heart truly pure could open the portal back to the human world. Senan and Celestia faced a series of trials, each testing their courage, kindness, and friendship. They defeated shadowy spirits, solved ancient riddles, and even rescued a trapped phoenix from a thorny bramble. But during these trials, Senan began to miss his family, especially his brothers, Dehan and Lazan. He remembered how they relied on him for help with their studies and how they would always seek his guidance. He also thought of his mom, who worked tirelessly to nurture their development, ensuring they grew up to be strong, kind, and wise. He realized that while the Fey world was filled with magic, his true responsibilities and virtues lay back home, where he could be a role model and support for Dehan and Lazan, just as his parents had taught him. Senan shared his thoughts with Celestia, who admired his selflessness and love for his family. She helped him see that being a good brother and supporting his mom in her dedication to the family was a noble and important duty. The Fey Queen, seeing Senan's pure heart and strong sense of family, smiled warmly. "You have proven yourself worthy, Senan," she said. With a wave of her hand, she reopened the portal to the human world. Before stepping through, Senan promised Celestia that he would never forget the lessons he learned in the Fey world. But most importantly, he understood that helping his brothers and being there for them was more important than any adventure. Senan returned home with a newfound sense of purpose. He dedicated himself to helping Dehan and Lazan with their studies, guiding them through their exams, and teaching them the virtues of kindness, bravery, and responsibility. His brothers admired him even more, and their bond grew stronger with each passing day. His mom and dad were deeply proud of Senan, seeing how he had grown into a responsible and caring elder brother, reinforcing the values they had instilled in him. And though he never saw Celestia again, Senan often found little signs, a shimmering feather, a whisper on the wind, that reminded him of his dear friend and the adventures they shared. He knew that the magic of the Fey world would always be with him, but the greatest magic of all was the love and unity of his family. And so, Senan lived happily, cherishing his role as a loving brother and son, knowing that the bond with his family would never fade, and they all lived happily ever after. This version of the story reflects the importance of family, Senan's growing sense of responsibility, and the strong virtues instilled by his parents.